Hi, I'm chuckling as I look at this video scene, this little scene with my oranges and my tea and my hand sanitizer, and no, I'm not sick. I just am taking a little break. It's been a really busy time with lots of miracles unfolding as always, and just wanted to apologize for not getting out a daily video yesterday. I actually made one really early in the day, but we had some technical issues with getting the URL to you for the download we wanted you to have for the Beyond Mindfulness map. And where I created that little tool was lying in bed a lot with my chronic illnesses and pain and anxiety and fear. And I came to see what I tell you in the other video, which is how these symptoms, whether they're anxiety or physical pain or even illness, represent these littlest parts of us, and the way we react to them is everything. If we're telling them they're not okay, it's our own reaction to those parts of us that end up being the very thing that creates our emotional pain. So I'll be sending that out to you. Today, I really just wanted to go with this idea that while you do aim to keep your commitments to yourself and others, it's also really, really important to go with what is and to be able to call the shots, to trust that life is supporting you, to trust that when you're doing what's good for yourself and others, that it's going to be good for the planet in general, that if you keep your own counsel and it feels like you're moving in right action, you don't need to beat yourself up or be hard on yourself, and you can come back and make amends and hopefully take care of any damage that was done. So as it turns out, I've just been meeting with a lot of people to set up a string of kind of a domino of things that allow more people to stay here on my property who needed to get away from their environment or who needed respite during this time. And that's got me in our little carriage house, and that's got me getting ready to add a bathroom and kitchen to this little spot. So I talk a little more about all of that in the video. But part of this fearless faith that has come for me as a result of the no matter what way, and of living this way, using the work to keep myself living in symmetry, meaning anything that upsets me holds the key to my path out of it. And the more you live that way and you set your sights on just taking the next right action and not really needing to know any more than that, the more you find out that all of life is really the same as what we have when we're in a crisis and everything is thrown into a tailspin and we believe we need to know what's going to happen next, and we feel like everything is out of control. We know that anxiety is partly ramped up by the thought that we are lacking control, and yet in many ways we never were in control anyway. We cannot predict the future. Our minds do not know what's going to happen even 2 seconds from now. So the more we can see through the thinking that's creating a fearful story of the future, the less anxiety we will experience. The thought, I need to know, is one of the huge thoughts that was one of the first thoughts that I worked through under the supervision of Byron Katie, and that I work through with so many people now. I need to know what to do. I need to know what's going to happen next. I need to know what this means. I need to know what they think. I need to know where it's all going to go. I need to know. So just doing a really quick inquiry that can really help you bring your stress level down is, you need to know. So come up with your situation. See yourself in a time and location where you're believing that thought. It could be right now. What is the specific thing you feel you need to know? I need to know that everyone's going to be okay. I need to know when I'll be able to get back to work. I need to know what's going to happen with the stock market. And then just, is that my hand? Then move into kind of a meditation. This work is meditation. Just drop in, see yourself in your situation, or right this moment. Turn the video camera on you, on your feelings, on your thinking. Whatever your need to know is, fill in the blank. I need to know blank. You need to know. You need to know that. Is it true? Just a yes or a no. Is it true? You need to know. Your monkey mind definitely believes it's true, and you believe it too if you're experiencing anxiety around that thought. Question 2, can you absolutely know that it's true that you need to know? You need to know this thing that you believe you need to know in order to feel better, to be happy, to be safe, to be free. The mind comes up with these arbitrary conditions, and when we let them go, we move into this space of unconditionality, being with life exactly as it shows up. Question 3, how do you react? What happens when you're believing the thought, I need to know? I need to know what's going to happen. I need to know where I'm going to get toilet paper. I need to know if I'll be sick. I need to know if I'm sick, if I will die. I need to know. How do you react when you believe that thought? So you can watch this video again if you want and stop it at this point and just take a huge, huge inventory, catalog all of it. This calms the mind right then and there. The mind loves to be in doing what it can control. It cannot predict the future, but it can observe your own reactions. How do you feel? What do you think? What do you say? What do you tell yourself? How many more thoughts do you pile on because of the not knowing and what you believe that means? Where do you feel it in your body? Whose business are you in when you believe the thought, I need to know? This is a huge concept. If there are 3 kinds of business, yours, mine, and God's, my business is what I say, think, do, and feel. Your business is what you say, think, do, and feel. Whatever your concept of what is greater than us is, we'll call that God's business. From my perception, what's going to happen next is always out of our hands. So that's in the realm of God's business. And you will find that whenever you are in God's business or another's business, you're going to feel a lack of control. You're going to feel separation from what is showing up. You're going to feel pain and anxiety. So it's really important to notice whose business you're in when you believe these thoughts. And then the really important question, who would you be right in that moment without the thought, I need to know? Who would you be? What would that be like? How would it feel in your body? Imagine that thought just being lifted out of your mind. You can have it back anytime, but for now, you don't need to make the thought go away. Just imagine what it would be like. The you who isn't having that thought. What's that like in this moment? For the most part, are you okay without the thought, I need to know? Now, you may go down to other layers of thoughts and stories that still create anxiety, anger, alienation. But without the I need to know thought, at least you don't have that layer of it. So we can take these one thought at a time. Sometimes you're instantly free. You realize you're fine. So we turn the thought around. I don't need to know. Think of at least 3 examples of why you don't need to know. And why knowing won't necessarily save you, won't necessarily be this big freedom that you imagined it would be, won't cure your world instantly. It was just a story you told yourself. So stop the video if you need to and really dive in and find 3 genuine examples why you don't actually need to know, that the thought, I don't need to know, is as true and probably truer than the thought, I need to know. And I'm going to give you one which is 100% always true, kind of a turnaround. I don't need to know until I know. I don't need to know unless I do know. I don't need to know because I don't know yet. So just go with reality. Reality is my definition of the all that is showing up, all that we can see and cannot see. It's all we have in this moment. So I don't need to know because I don't. Not about this thing, at least. I know what I know, and that's all I need to know until I know something else. And how I will know when that is supposed to happen is when it does happen. So this is just this calm, inherently safe way to live. And it doesn't keep you from proactively moving toward trying to get more information if you feel you need it, recognizing that you won't know until you know. And you can do all that without anxiety. So that's one turnaround. Another is this is my own little private turnaround for that I was working with Katie, but actually she didn't even come up with this one. I came up with this one. I need to not know. I need to not know for now, to be with the not knowing. There's a lot of not knowing going on right now, a lot of it. And it's going to evolve you. It's going to evolve all of us to get used to the uncertainty that is actually real every single day. We never know. We just have the illusion that we know, and it's that illusion of control that actually creates the issue that makes you feel so scared when you feel a lack of control. I need to not know. Think of 3 reasons why it's a good thing for you right now to get used to the not knowing. To live in the don't know mind. It's what the Buddhists have been teaching for centuries. The don't know mind is a very safe space. You know exactly what you need to know because you look and see what you do know, and until something else comes along, that's all there is here. No arguments with reality. And then the final turnaround is my thinking needs to know. Your thinking is the one that's been telling you that you need to know. I need to know, I need to know. Your thinking is very black and white, on, off, fat, thin, smart, dumb, good, bad. I know, I don't know. I need to know. I need to know, I need to know. So it comes up with these standards, and watch it. You will find out what you need to know, and it'll just create another one. Oh, well then now we need to know this. We need to know that. If I don't know that, how can I relax? How can I take care of myself? I need to know. They're just arbitrary conditions that your mind comes up with. So you can focus on a need for information and go ahead and know that that has created the wish now that will move you forward and eventually take proactive action to get that information. Just noticing something like that where you feel a lack already has created it. It's the focusing on the not having it that creates the anxiety and the fear. So this one was a little longer, but this is a huge concept, and I wanted to take you through it. And thanks for being with me, lying down. I'm hoping you're resting too. I've been just getting lots and lots done and serving lots of people, so wanted to take this time to rest. Take care. Love you. And do read in the post that goes with this and see if there's something there for you in the way of contact information about reaching me, my team, getting on our Happiness Hacks Facebook group, and also look for that download either later today or tomorrow. We'll get that video out to you soon with the Beyond Mindfulness map, which is about being with the feelings in your body and the thinking just as they are. Thanks so much. Take care.